One was good, one was bad, and yeah, I mean they have a very similar team to what they did last year. I think other than Fowler, they have everybody they had from last year back. So great team. A lot of familiarities with both of us. There's not going to be any secrets, and just try to make less mistakes than I did in Game 6, I guess.
Next question. Heidi.
You're in a much different position this year than you were last season in the postseason. You haven't pitched in a week. What have you done between to stay sharp to be ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I just threw an extra bullpen. Yeah, it's a different position for us. We haven't really, in years past it's been Game 5s and a lot of travel and not having home field, and so it's definitely a different spot for us. And it was kind of fun yesterday watching them duke it out, and while we were kind of sitting around, it was great. So, it's at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The Cubs are here now, and I'm sure I know they had some travel stuff yesterday that was rough, but I have a feeling they're going to be ready to go. And as far as being overworked, underworked, I don't think anybody's like at a perfect spot during the postseason. So, I'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Quick follow-up here. Sure. Is there a specific way that you plan on trying to capitalize on their fatigue?
No, I don't know how you do that in baseball. In football, you can run faster, you can do plays faster. Basketball, you can, run up and down the court. I don't know what you do in baseball. Try and play faster. I don't know what you do. But, yeah, I don't really know what you do. I mean, I think, they have a very tough ball club. They grind out games. They grind out at-bats. They got a lot of good pitchers over there. So, fatigue or not, I think they'll be all right.
In the back, JP.
Hey, Clayton, back in August when you guys were really peaking, Joe Madden said that he liked the way that his team matched up with your team a lot. I'm wondering if that resonated as bulletin board material significantly or at all.
No, not really. I mean, I think I did read about it or hear it, but I don't know what that means. I don't know how teams match up. I don't know, the specifics of all that. So that's great. He thinks that. That's awesome. It's good. I mean, I'm sure they need to think that, so that's great.
Here on the right, Mark.
Yeah, who in the Cubs lineup, if anybody, gets your attention? Is there anybody that in particular that gives you a hard time?
I don't know numbers-wise. Dexter Fowler did, so I know he's gone now, so that's good. But yeah, I mean they got a lot of great at bats. I think probably the whole lineup's at least hit one homer off me in the past. But as far as specifics, you got to start with the middle of the lineup with Rizzo and Bryant. Those guys are two of the best hitters in the game. So it's try and do your best with those guys and make sure that no one's on base when they're up for sure.
In the left, Mark.
When you've been in those situations like you were last year and like they are this year, when you're kind of running on fumes and you've been traveling, you go right into another series, how much does adrenaline take over and how long does it last?
Yeah, usually in the travel situations or the lack of sleep or things like that, it's usually not the first day that gets you. It's like the next couple of days after that. So, I'm sure they're going to be feeling it maybe today and maybe even tomorrow a little bit, but adrenaline can carry over almost through that off day at times. So it was a weird situation for them last night. I've never been a part of that. We've always had an off day and never had to travel cross country like that. So I don't really know exactly how it'll affect them, but we can't think about that. We're well rested and we're ready to go, but that doesn't mean we're going to win the game. We got to go play.
Next question. Mark Gallagher.
Are you at all pleased or glad that you're seeing the Cubs now again because of last season and because they're the champs?
No, I mean, not really. I think it's we want to win this series. We want to go to the World Series. We didn't get to do that last year, and the Cubs were the reason why, no doubt about it. We know that, but if the Nationals won this, I'd be saying the same thing. I don't have I don't hold grudges or it's not billboard material for me or bulletin board material like, oh, we got to get revenge on the Cubs. But they were the best team last year, and until somebody beats them, they're the best team. So we got to go get them.
In the middle, Scott.
Hey, Clayton, kind of along those lines, not from a grudge-holding perspective, but last year's NLCS against the Cubs, what can be learned going forward, like from then to now as you go into this series, either on the field or I know again no bulletin board material, but even at the end. When the Cubs won and the city's going nuts, and I know your bus was delayed trying to get out of Wrigley Field, of all of that swirl, what do you take from that and what could be applied this year?
Yeah, probably try to walk a few blocks to get an Uber if we lose again. I mean, I think that's probably the best situation. But, yeah, I mean, it's I don't really remember the specifics of each game or anything like that. Like I said before, I pitched one good game against them and one bad game against them, and I'm going to rewatch both and try to understand what I did well and what I didn't do well and try to execute.
we'll do one or two more here. Right here, Brian, on the left.
Clayton, you had that situation last year where you pitched 4 times in 10 days, came in relief, and got the split in the first 2 games. And people have talked about the foibles that have happened for you in October. Did that kind of put that behind you? Did you find something out about yourself, how you dealt with that challenge that has made you a different pitcher this year?
Well, yeah, people talk about all the postseason failures that I've had a lot, and I understand that. And I don't really look at it like that, though, which I guess is a good thing for me. But, I think I look at the times that, I've had success at times too, and I try to marinate on those, like you said. So it just so happens that a lot of the years that we've lost, I've been pitching that night. So I'm gonna try not to do that this year.
One more right here on the right.
Just to clarify, you're going to rewatch those 2 starts before tomorrow's outing?
I'm not gonna do it after.
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What specific things are you looking for in those games?
Just trying to see, sequencing how, just rewatching the games, doing the things that just normal before start stuff that I always do.